Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, we want to thank all of our fans, our sponsors, our patrons. We appreciate all of your guys' support. Everyone that's bought us a cup of coffee, been greatly appreciated. We've had a rough couple of weeks here in the family, been out of work for a week and a half, coming up on 2 weeks, thanks to our old friend COVID running through us. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time with the usual spiel, so all of you guys that are interested in what's going on with Sin City Living and what we plan on doing in the future with our live streams and upcoming events, please stick around to the end of the video or skip to the end of the video and watch. I will put most of that stuff in the ending spiel, and I will try and update it every week or two with more news. Otherwise, that being said, we're just going to go ahead and jump straight into today's video. So this video is kind of in response to a couple of comments and questions that I've received. This one might be a shorter video. We'll see how it goes because it's a pretty basic subject. And this is basically, it's answering the question of why is the Martingale strategy so disparaged? Because it seems like it should be, it seems like absolute brilliance. And I'll tell you this, there's a saying within casinos that the casino is not scared of any strategy. There is absolutely no strategy anywhere on any game that the casino is scared of. That doesn't involve cheating, I will say. So, you know, all the strategies, everything still favors the house. Everything still favors the house in the long run. But the Martingale is one of the ones that is most amusing. When we see a Martingale, the casino is not only not scared, but kind of chuckling in the back of their head. So I'm going to show you why. Let's say we're on a $25 minimum bet table, just to make this a little bit easier, and I don't know, a $5,000 max bet. That's pretty high for a $25. Well, no, depends where you're at. Okay, so we'll say a $5,000 max bet. We're going to use the field as an example here of the Martingale, just because it's, again, going to make it easier, and it's kind of centrally located within the camera. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for the coffees. A huge help through January while we were down sick. Less coffee, more paid bills with it, and my son's birthday and his Baby Yoda birthday cake. But we appreciate it, guys. You helped us out so much. And please, everybody, send us some emails. Give me some emails, some strategies you'd like to see, or some questions you have. Any questions you might have, we'll shoot a video answering your questions. Pretty much anything you would like to see, shoot us an email. We love shooting those emails. So the Martingale. Why is the Martingale so knocked when, you know, you win a little bit and total up to a decent little hit and take off? Well, sure, you know, if you buy in for 500 and you win 1,000 and you walk away, that's awesome. That's great. You walked away doubled or tripled up. That's fantastic. Not a whole lot of people do. Here is why, aside from the fact that the Martingale is just a poor strategy, here's why it is so disparaged. So you've got your $25 field bet. You lose it. So you make a $50 field bet. Now you're betting $50 so that you can win a net profit of $25 because you already lost this. You lose that. You bet 100. Lose it. 200. 400. 800. 1,600, 3,200. Now, you cannot, at this point, go up to the next level on the Martingale, which would be $6,400. Right? You just can't do it. Flat can't do it. So the most you could do would be 4,000, in which case you are down a lot of money, even if it did happen to hit. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All you need is 8 no-field numbers in a row in order to have lost and be in an unrecoverable situation. Because you cannot double up your bet at this point, now you're screwed. Right? And yeah, you got some people that say, well, you know, just have a buddy make a bet for you, with you, so that you can get to that $6,400 total. Sure. Then now you've got that 9th hit. And when that one misses, now you need a second buddy because you're over table max for 2 people. And 9 misses is definitely possible. Here's the thing. 8 no-field numbers in a row. How often do I see that? More times than I can count. Some nights I will see it at least every hour. In fact, I would say almost every single night I see it a minimum of once an hour. With the occasional times, maybe we're in a hot roll or real slow shooters where we have less rolls of the dice, where we might go an hour without seeing 8 or 9 no-field numbers in a row, but it's going to come again fairly soon. Okay, so 8 misses or 9 misses in a row. Now, remember, even if you hit this bet right here, your $3,200 field bet, because you're on that $5,000 max table, you could do it. It sounds like you win $3,200, but you've actually lost $3,175 in your previous bet. So you only actually made a quarter, right? So you made $25. But when you have that 8th no field number in a row, you have now lost $6,375. $6,375. Now, how many times do you need to win $25 to break back even if you've had a worst case scenario pop up? Once that worst case scenario pops up, how many times do you need to win $25 in order to make this back up, just to break even, just to get back what you had lost? A long frickin' time, especially considering that 8 or 9 no field numbers in a row is going to happen again long before you manage to make back your $6,000. That is why the Martingale is so disparaged, because it wins such a tiny amount while losing a massive amount, and the odds are pretty strong on hitting that loss long before you hit the win to make up hit enough of a win to make up for this. I had a father-son pair that were Martingale players not too long ago, maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago, and they hit table max and lost a ton of money, called it a night, and it took nine misses in a row for them to be out. They called it a night, came back the next day, tried it again, and it happened again. Because, again, when it comes to, say, the field, I see this every single hour. So unless you're going to come in and play for 15 minutes and leave, if you play for an hour to 2 hours, you're going to lose this. This is period. You're going to lose this. You're going to hit table max. You're going to lose it. So they came in the next day, tried the same thing, and again, lost it. I knew a 6 and 8 place bet Martingale player that hit table max and lost a huge bankroll. And the funny thing is, they were trying to teach their buddy. They were trying to convince their buddy to do the same thing, a place bet Martingale. Well, their buddy had a tiny bankroll and was like, "No, I'm good. I'm just gonna same bet." He just started with, I think, like an $18 6 and 8, 36 action. Then he would, same bet, and then maybe press up to 30, then same bet, and then then mid press. So this one guy loses a huge amount of money, and this other guy actually ended up winning about $250 because he lasted longer. The other guy was broke after he hit all the misses in a row to get him to table max and out, whereas his buddy still had enough of bankroll to keep playing, and like 3 or 4 shooters later, caught like 8 or 9 6 and 8s in a row, or not in a row, but 8 or 9 6 and 8s, and managed to make it back up. I've seen don't pass Martingale players, and a don't pass at first glance, at first blush, seems like it's probably the strongest of the Martingale attempts. However, even that one, just losing enough to hit table max, enough in a row to hit table max without hitting a win, I will see a couple times a night, 2 or 3 times a night. So I'd say instead of now once an hour or once every 40 minutes, now I'm looking at once every 2 to 3, at most 4 hours, where I see that many hits. So of all the Martingales, the don't pass might be the strongest. But again, you run into that when you hit that worst case scenario, you're in an unrecoverable situation. You'd have to play for 4 hours a day for 6 months to make at $10 a hit or $25 a hit in order to make back your money, just to break even again. And that's assuming you don't hit another worst case scenario that happened fairly often. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain fun. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye now. Okay everybody, and as promised, all the usual blah blah that I try and do at the beginning of the video, we're going to go ahead and put near the end of the video. And here we go. So thank you everybody for your usual patronage. All of you that are patrons of ours, we very, very much appreciate it. Thank you everybody who's been buying us a cup of coffee. Love to say that it's going to coffee right now, but this month with the entire family out for COVID, it's honestly going to Bill's and probably the kid's birthday in a week. But we definitely appreciate it. We're going to continue working on these live streams. I know you guys have seen some of them popping up. Just got to figure out the look of it, and some of the audio is still giving me issues. But hopefully we'll be getting those live streams and the craps tournaments going as soon as possible. Really just going to depend on scheduling. My schedule changed, Amy's schedule changed, kids' school schedule is fun. So once we figure out exactly how all those schedules are going to work, we'll let everybody know. And otherwise, please continue emailing us with anything you would like to see videoed. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.